Hello. We are responding or answering on the invitation of the October 24 to 25, 2025 in Tunisia concerning retaking of cities and territories with artificial intelligence. This presentation involved in development of the Laïndé-Massa agglomeration in Cameroon between artificial intelligence, agricultural potential, and urban economics. I'm Stéphane DJOMO TCHÉWOUO. I'm a BSc OTC Town Planning, BSc Engineering, Master Degree Architecture, Master of Philosophy in Progress. The content, the presentation is structured, our presentation are being structured into many parts according to the CAMES regulation. We'll talk about the context, question, objective, research hypothesis, cost destination, review of literature, and the methodology before landing on the result and why not discussion. Well, Laïndé-Massa, located between longitude 12 east and latitude 9 at 40 kilometers from Garwa on the national road number 1 linking Gaundere and Garwa is experiencing rapid peri-urban growth. This transformation raises concern mismanagement of agricultural potential, complexity with variable interaction under sustainable production conditions, and the organization of human function and every business sectors. As you can see, it's located in Africa, Central Africa, Cameroon, North Cameroon. Well, understanding well the problem now, the problem is to understand is understanding the intersection of artificial intelligence, agricultural potential, and human economic in shaping a sustainable development for this area. Having been involved on the context now, the main question is what is the intersection of artificial intelligence uh, intersection of artificial intelligence, agricultural potential, and human economic in shaping sustainable development for this area of the area of Laïndé-Massa. From this main question result some sub-questions like what is the agricultural potential of Laïndé-Massa? Secondly, what is the AE application in agriculture? And finally, how AE can empower human economy through agriculture. To answer this question, we needed to set up some objectives. The main one is, this study aim to study this research, of course, aim to study or to explore the intersection of artificial intelligence, AI, agricultural potential, and human economic in shaping sustainable development of this area. From this main goal, we also have specific objectives. The first one, identify the agricultural potential in Massa. Secondly, highlight the AE application in agriculture. Thirdly, analyze the role of AE on human economic through agriculture. To reach to this objective, we need to set out a research hypothesis. The first statement, the main statement is the development of Laïndé-Massa falls in inability of people to match with the complex process involved by the variable interaction under sustainable production condition. Some others go that is the large agricultural land and sufficient water resources in addition to animals excreta, which can be used as fertilizer, contribute to agricultural potential. Second, a application in agriculture help in decision making and optimize natural resources for sustainable production. AE brings competitiveness. in agribusiness through new technology in plant health control, fertilizing, watering, crops, and connection to the global market. For you to understand what we are going to talk about, it's very important to mention some specific definition inspiring from the context of other authors, they bring in our context. So AI here can be defined according to Kikas and AI, can be defined as a use of digital technology to create system capable of performing tasks commonly thought to require intelligence. And AI systems, we still refer to the same author. An AI system structure consists of three entities. The first one are sensors. Sensors are used to identify and collect raw data from the environment. This one, the first step of the AI system. And then secondly, once they collect data, raw data from the environment, they send them through satellite channel or others smart tool straight to a universal data center who cannot be, you might not be located in the same study of area, but somewhere else. And then this operational logic handles the input data from the sensor managing output for the actuators. Now, you know that you should know that actuators are human or machine. This is a cycle. The first step of data collection, then passing through satellite channel to bring to a universal data center as we did here. And then from there now they can send them back as output for implementation on site. Agricultural potential, according to Google, agricultural potential refers to an area capacity to produce foods and other agricultural products determined by two two or three factors, the environmental factors, human and technological factors. Uh, uh, Concerning environmental factor, we can talk about the climate. In this specific case, in Laïndé-Massa, we have 6 months dry season and 6 others the rainy season. We also have the soil is very fertilized in a very large agricultural land available, not unused to date. And then we have water resources from their railway is also available for irrigation. Human and technological factors too. We can list management input in terms of level of the management and cultivation practice used as fertilizer, pest control, and crop rotation. Technology apply of modern tools like smart agriculture to optimize well yield and reduce cost. Infrastructure develop your roads, networks, and other infrastructure to link farming area to market. Market accessibility for farmers to sell their produce in larger market at higher prices, and then scientific knowledge. Concerning human economic, it's different. The human economic involved according to Google, yes, of course. Human economic involved the economic role of cities in terms of challenges and opportunities. That is interaction and opportunities within cities. From UN Habitat, United States Habitat, this concept related to economic urbanization and agglomeration where large regions are more productive due to co-location and clusters activities and how this contribute to grow in the GDP goal referring to, referred to Google's 2005. But according to Dimitri et al., AI technologies enhance the development of smart farming, and agriculture, and improve the entire food and production supply chain. AI adoption provide farmers the capability to increase the average production, decreasing costs of production, transformation and distribution, preserve natural resources, minimize the environmental food impact, decreasing human escalation, and all this in sustainable way. Now, Laïndé-Massa is a town, as I just said before, it's located in the North Cameroon, but In this area, in this agglomeration, sorry, the people concentrate at around Tapari. See Tapari from here, Laïndé Quartal 2, and this scale now in this area, there's a residential area in this town. You have a density of 60 inhabitants per square kilometers. That is only one on earth, on 1/8 of the entire territory, which is allowed to residential, which is occupied, of course, by population. They represent a percentage of 12.5% of the total area of Laïndé-Massa. The rest remain agricultural and irrigable land. Here is a rural area reflected the social request in Cameroon, where 65% of young or youth who graduated from school are unemployed. That is the Cameroon National Institute of Statistics 2025. Social development, the same definition that we all of us knows already, according to UN 25 Sustainable Development Goal report. Sustainable development is development that meets the need of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. It integrates economic, social, and environmental consideration to create a balanced long-term system where society can exist and flourish, identifying indefinitely by using natural resources responsibly, ensuring equitable access to resources and opportunities, and protecting the environment from degradation. Globally. Literature. Now, we before moving to our result, we were involved in literature by doing a critical analysis of authors interested to this theme, help to highlight similarity of the scientific paper in three specific fields like agricultural potential in Massa, then AE application in agriculture, and the role of AE in human economy through agriculture. According to the UN Economic Commission for Africa, the text a full chapter to discuss agricultural potential in West Africa based on statistics range in the period from 2001 to 2010. That sub-region has a large natural and agricultural resources for more than 5 million square kilometers. That is more than 236 million hectares. The agricultural production differs from one country to another. Here, in our own papers, the focus is concerned with the specific factors like agricultural land in the agglomeration of Laïndé-Massa and its variable, that is land, water, fertilizer, climate, on which AE application will match to collect information for data control, prediction, and disease detection and decision making. Second, in AE agriculture application about AE application in agriculture, Dimitri et al. Examine how artificial intelligence um, application can leverage agriculture through electronic government, that is e-government, public service, and big data. They have exploring the bioeconomic landscape. For them, AE have the potential to provide an enhanced and sustainable biomass production within agriculture, aquaculture, and forestry. While these paper focus on AE application used to empower sustainable human economy through peer-urban agriculture for rural area like the agglomeration of Laïndé-Massa. I hope everybody is seeing the difference. Last but not the least, the role of AE in urban economy through agriculture. Nata Sadonishvili, 2023, discussed the matter on the role of artificial intelligence in agribusiness, but only the aspect of opportunities. and challenges in Georgia was presented. In, in her final dissertation, she mentioned the significant obstacle faced by farmers in adopting modern agricultural technology and AI application. It is their lack of skills and knowledge in using them. The present, the present paper aims on how AI contribute to farmers' ability to increase productivity and optimize production, transformation, distribution while preserving natural resources. Research methodology. The first step there was involved in methodology and analysis. To accomplish objective given above, the calorimetric research approach that is a quantitative approach, a qualitative approach, and a financial approach. We'll see it later on in the last, when we talk about results, you'll see, you come back to it. Based on theoretical and empirical research in this field, the study evaluates how AI affect productivity, benefit, and method of using this smart tool. Literature review on agricultural potential, AI application in agriculture, and the role of AI on human economy through agriculture. Second, still methodology research, we move now to data collection technique. We use two or three sets of techniques. The first one was to scan the whole Laïndé-Massa agglomeration and then take some questionnaire, test them, define a pilot zone to first of all update and correct the question to be asked um, in the sample. And the second step inside was the investigation uh, that was done on a sample of 600 persons in 5 square kilometers, in addition to interview with concerned administrative for the data collection. At the end, data tools now, we can see this is what are the area of concern. The first of all, test define some pilot zone for the test pilot questionnaire pilot there. From there, we now move to real samples or I estimate to 600 persons in a square of in the area of 5 square kilometers, where we are asking to because in fact why simply because here is the residential area. The rest of our Laïndé-Massa, more than 85% are just agricultural land. Data collection tools, some investigation force the use of geography information system technology during data collection. Result. The intersection of artificial intelligence, AI, agricultural potential, and human economies in shaping the sustainable development for this area is explored. From this paper, the agricultural potential in NASA is identified. Secondly, the AI application in agriculture is highlighted. And finally, the AI stimulates human economy by improving agriculture. Potential agricultural potential we have we said about land available, the agricultural land available. We talk about water level, soil coming from Benue. We talk about surface water, and then the dynamism of population. And now concerning application agriculture and AI application in agriculture, we noted two main fields. We divided it into two main fields. The first was involved in crop science. In this field, AI gather the data and generate pattern knowing when the growing season begin and predict analysis. He also used image recognition for assistance in planting, growing, and harvest seasons. He also suggests model of crop storage and harvesting processing units or buildings. Autonomous agricultural robot, corn shelter, peanut shelter, and peanut shelter, corn flour mill, and then peanut butter makers. AI also the second field, as I said before, AI application can be in agriculture are involved in two main fields. The first one was as you see crop science. The second one is involved in livestock farming. It takes animal parameters for health control. He suggests or proposes model of livestock building and animal housing. He operates on cow milk collection. He predicts the quality and quantity of meat in addition to predicting of various beef quality traits. Now, AE has a positive role in urban economy through agriculture. In the revolution of Laïndé-Massa, by automating production, transformation, industry, AE stimulate economic growth. This area becomes more attractive. You see the way they were using, proceeding the early process in Laïndé-Massa. I have a picture here, a pioneer transformation unit in Laïndé-Massa. The second one you have here current transformation in Massa. Now, using AI, you'll be now able to doing the same thing by automation. Secondly, new business opportunities in AI, that is computers engineering, renewable energy like solar energy, give job to more young people. And a digital master plan help to control properties limit because there's a lot of conflict on land there, land conflict there. But also, digital master plan will now help to control properties limits, building, road construction, and urban extension continuously. I set some financial approach here using AE. We observe that if you invest in Laïndé-Massa 1 million by 2035, using this AI simulation, you will gain something like the 5,454,000, which is almost comparing that the commissioner will be more than 90%, comparing to the bank interest. When you put money in the bank, you just produce only 3% per year. In the case of Cameroon, 2.5%, or at most 3%, which will not be up to more than 10 million. Why? Laïndé-Massa can produce more than 4,454,092 francs in 10 years. That's to say that if you put 2 million, you will now be able to have something like a time 5. When you put, you can see on the agribusiness histogram, when you put 1 million here, by 2035, you will now be already to 5 million. See, very interesting to invest there. Discussion. Referring to other authors, some similarities can be noted with this paper. However, specific result contribution focus on large agricultural land is still unoccupied and water surface is not well used for irrigation. Secondly, it helps to in two main fields, in crops science with model of crop storage, while in livestock farming with animal housing. Then productivity increase when reducing water, when reducing waste by reuse resources. Main business opportunities by innovation in happiness processing unit will now be available for young people. We just take those came here to illustrate it more than what we was discussing about. Reference, we carry some information from those books. Normally, when we our literature, it's about artificial intelligence used for e-government in agriculture, exploring the bioeconomic landscape. Dimitri, Kitkas, Marius, and Prototos Theodoros, 2023. Adopting artificial intelligence solution for agriculture, potential, the use process, the success factor, and key recommendation as is at all. Then artificial intelligence in agri-food sectors, application, risk, and impact. And fourth, the role of artificial intelligence in agribusiness, opportunities and challenges. Opportunities and challenges in Georgia, as Nata Sadu Nish Willy. And finally, analyzing the relationship between agricultural AE potential, analyzing the relationship between agricultural AE adoption and government subsidiary insurance by Charles Patrick, Francesca, and Donatella Jones. Thanks for your kind attention. For more questions, I'm in your disposal. It was a pleasure to me. Thank you so much.